Heidi ho, seventh graders. This is the first design notebook that we are going to complete for this school year. You guys should have an idea of what to do with this. From last year, there are some changes that we are making this year in terms of how we go about filling it out. So we're going to run through those changes right now and then get you started with your first kind of activity or assignment for this. When you go into your design notebook through Schoology, you should be able to find it. Type in your name up here in the heading. We filled out the rest of this for you. It's GTT class. Our unit title is Introduction to Design, and our topic is Design Process. So we're going to spend some time reviewing what the design process is, how we use it, what the steps are, that sort of thing, just to kind of get our minds thinking design once again after our long break. Underneath the heading, you see this color coding. This is our roadmap for how we're going to fill out these design notebooks this year. Everything that you see in blue are things that you must do. Everybody needs to do that. Okay, things that you'll see in orange are things that you should do. That's like taking your grade from that 3, 4, 5 level up to that 5, 6 level when we think about grades and assessing how we do on these. It just adds some more detail to what you are expressing or the learning that's taking place. And then pink, things that are in pink are things that we should aspire to do. This is like taking it to that next level of getting a 7 or an 8 on things that, this is going above and beyond kind of the normal expectation of what we should do. So it's what we aspire to do. And so that'll be more clear as we start to go through things. So in our design notebook, as we look through this, just to kind of see how those colors kind of play out, you see our essential questions here. We've got the 4 essential questions from this particular unit or project already written in here. Notice that they're in blue, so those are things that we must do, that everybody needs to answer those essential questions. Don't answer them right now. Some of you maybe have thoughts about what the answers are, but don't answer them now. We're going to come back to those later because you might learn something more about, an answer to one of those questions than you do right now. All right, so as we scroll down here, daily goals, we're going to ask that you set a goal for each day. Each day, set a goal for what you would like to accomplish or learn. So here at the beginning of this, today you're going to do some vocab. What is a goal? You could say finish vocab. Yeah, finish vocab is a goal. Don't say finish work because it's not specific enough. What specific work do you want to finish? So today I'd like to finish vocab. Okay, today I'd like to finish vocab is actually a complete sentence, assuming that I capitalize the letter, put punctuation at the end. Notice that complete sentences right here is in pink. So you don't have to write complete sentences for your goal. You do need to write a goal because day 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all in blue. But if you write it as a complete sentence, that's what you should aspire to do. Because it's really writing in a sentence is a professional way of communicating. And that's what we're doing in school is we're learning how to become more professional so that someday we can have a job, so that we can be employed and handle ourselves correctly within the confines of that job. And so writing complete sentences is something we should aspire to do with our goals. Okay? We're going to have the goals. We go down, we've got some vocabulary. We get down to our design process chart. You see these questions are in blue, so those are all things that everyone must do. Over here, these bullet points, we've got 1 in blue, 2 in orange, and 2 in pink. And so everybody's going to have one answer, and that'll come later. We'll do this kind of stuff later, I believe, next class. But you'll have 1 bullet point. That's what everybody must do right there. If you do 2 more, that's what you should do. You should be able to come up with 3 examples. And again, this will be clarified next class. But you should be able to come up with 2 more examples that kind of fit within this category. And then you should aspire to have 5 examples. If you just stretch your mind a little bit, you should be able to come up with 5 things. But that last, the 4th and 5th bullet point, that's what we should aspire to. Okay, I scroll down, see the same thing over here, bullet points. Same thing with the bullet point colors, they change. Then we get to this question under creating the solution. Excuse me. Give at least 2 examples of how teams change their plan from their initial idea. The other questions were all in blue, meaning you have to do those. Those are must-do questions. This one's a should-do. You don't have to answer it, but you really should. You should be paying attention for this and then answering that question as well. Okay, we scroll down, we see some more pink bullet points right there. And then we get to our daily summaries. We're going to ask this semester that you think about what you did each day and you complete a summary, 3 sentences about what you accomplished or learned. And again, that's a must do for everybody. We want you to be able to evaluate your day and think back to what you did and write that as a sentence. All right. So those are what the colors mean in our design notebooks, and all your design notebooks are going to be kind of tailored with that same roadmap and those same colors, and you learn that from your syllabus as well. So today our activities are to complete the vocab. In addition, we have a goal that you need to come up with. So I said it's vocab, so I scroll down here, there's 4 words: process, reflection, design, and metacognition. You need to come up with definitions for those, but you should also have a goal. So before you start, what do you want to do? I'd like to get these done in 15 minutes. I would like to, find my own definitions. Just be detailed. And again, aspire to write those as complete sentences. So set your goal here. Okay, once you've got your goal set, then you're going to go down here and you're going to find those definitions. Now, as I look up these words, we want you to make sure that you're not just copying and pasting definitions. So if I go to Google right now and I type in oops, I gotta spell right, metacognition. When I type it in, I'm going to get this definition right here. Now that maybe makes sense to you. This maybe isn't the best definition of, one of them. Let's just type in process was the first one. If I type in process, I get a definition. Don't just copy and paste this, okay? But put it into terms like you actually speak or words that you actually use. So process, a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. Well, what does that mean to you? Well, I don't need to write this whole thing. Well, I think it's just steps, okay? Taken to achieve a particular end. Well, a particular end, I don't talk like that, but I might say to meet a goal. So maybe as I go back here and I'm writing my definition, I might write down for process steps to meet a goal. That could be my definition. I want you to put it into your terms and your words. Don't just copy and paste. All right. So you're going to find those 4 definitions. And then the last thing that you need to do is you got to scroll all the way down here and go to the daily summary and write 3 things that you learned or you accomplished. And this could be something from your Google Meet classroom today. Is there something that you learned or you accomplished or did in there? It could be related to the vocabulary. It could be something about this video. So there's a lot of things that you actually did today, whether you think it off the top of your head or not, or anything new that you might have learned. So that's what you're going to fill out. Once you're done with those things, you're done for today. And we will see you next class. So again, daily goal, vocab, and then summary at the end. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you guys next time.